Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sharing a house reset clean with me as I clean up the main floor in my home. It's a complete disaster, as you can see, and desperately needs to be reeled back in and reset. We are starting in the kitchen, then I will just be working my way around my home, picking things up and getting things back in order. When we are done with all of the cleaning in today's video, I wanted to sit down and have a little chat with you, answer a couple of questions, share a little life update. I've been getting some questions in my comments and I wanted to go ahead and answer those questions. Plus, I know I'm a little bit off schedule here on YouTube. I haven't posted much on Instagram in the last couple of months and I just wanted to give some explanation. I decided to do this at the very end because some of you are new to this channel, some of you only are here for the cleaning and that is it, and I totally understand that. But for those of you who have been here for a while and know my family really well, you're making comments like, "You look exhausted. Are you okay? You look so tired." And I appreciate the checking in on me and all of the concern. I am okay. I just wanted to take some time to address those comments and questions. This is the easiest, clean, DIY multi-purpose cleaner. It's just water, vinegar, and some lemon essential oil. Usually I like to add a drop or two of dish soap just to add to the cleaning power, and sometimes I like to switch it up and use other multi-purpose cleaners, but I always end up back here using this one. I actually ran out of the multi-purpose cleaner I was using, which I really liked, but there's nothing wrong with this one either, and I wasn't going to go to the store just to buy multi-purpose cleaner when I can just make some here at home. As you already know, I love using cleaner cleaning products like this and Earthbreeze Eco Sheets for my laundry. I'll share more about that in just a bit when we head upstairs to throw a load in. This part of the video is not sponsored. I just love Bloom towels. I love their collections. This one is their fall collection that they just came out with. All of these dish towels are beautiful neutrals, and I actually decided to use these dish towels in the bathroom that I just made over. I painted it blue. It's like a really deep dark blue. It's called Indigo Batik by Sherwin-Williams. It's very similar to my sweatshirt here on camera. If you don't know which bathroom I'm talking about and you're curious about the makeover, I will link it in the description below. It turned out so luxurious. It's one of my favorite rooms in my home, but these neutral towels go so well in there. Even though they are dish towels, they are so large and absorbent and beautiful. I really love using them as hand towels as well. I just love them for so many different purposes. They come out with new collections for different seasons and different holidays. If you want to check out Bloom towels, you can click the link in the description below or use my code Becky15 for 15% off. After cleaning the kitchen, I finished up cooking some dinner, then went upstairs to throw in a load of laundry. Dinner was absolutely delicious. It was a creamy Parmesan Italian sausage soup, and I made biscuits with it. I was missing one ingredient that goes in it, parsley, but it was still really good. Definitely a family favorite. Everybody loved it. Now it's time to head upstairs and do that load of laundry using Earth Breeze Eco Sheets. They are eco-friendly concentrated laundry detergent sheets that are an alternative to traditional detergents. These compact concentrated sheets are easy to use. There's no measuring, no spilling, which means no mess. They are tough on stains but gentle on clothes and skin. As you will see here, I just showed you Hazel's purple pants. She had some dirt and I think that was some blue paint on there, but they come out of the washer completely clean. The Eco Sheets dissolve quickly in warm or cold water. They are hypoallergenic and dermatologist tested, paraben free and dye free, vegan and cruelty free. You can get them in fresh scent or unscented, which is perfect for sensitive skin types. wipes. Every purchase of laundry detergent eco sheets donates 10 loads to those in need. There is easy cancellation and a money back guarantee. You can also bundle and save, so it's super affordable. It's time to start using cleaner laundry products so you can ditch the skin issues caused by harmful cleaning products and detergents and make the switch to Earth Breeze. You can click the link in the description below and use my code Becky15 for 15% off when you bundle. Thank you so much, Earth Breeze, for sponsoring today's video. Continuing around my house, we are now wiping down the kitchen table, then going into the living room, cleaning around the couch, underneath the couch, and on the couch. There was just a bunch of stuff all over the place that needs to be put away, so I will be gathering all of that stuff into a pile, putting it where it's supposed to go, and vacuuming the couch before moving into the homeschool room. There wasn't too much to do in this room, just clearing off and cleaning off the kids' craft table, organizing the kids' bookshelf a little bit, then actually going back into the living room to wipe down that big mirror in there. I forgot to do that the day before this, and there were handprints all over it. It was really dirty and needed to be wiped down. Once we are done doing that, I'm pulling out my Tinco to vacuum and mop my floor. It is so dirty. I could not believe I emptied my Tinco 3 separate times, and each time the water was equally as gross and dirty. We really try our best not to wear our shoes in the house and take them off in the mudroom or at the front door. Even when we have guests over, we will politely ask them to remove their shoes before walking through our house, again, either in the mudroom or at the front door. But there always seems to be one reason or another. Either my kids are like, I just need to run to the bathroom, or even if it's me, I'm like, okay, I just need to grab this one thing in the kitchen before going right back outside. There always always seems to be one reason or another why it's just easier to leave someone's shoes on for a short time to just grab something, but those short times add up and make the floor really, really dirty. Of course, we don't leave our shoes on throughout the day. This usually happens when we are just, like I said, running in and out of the house for one reason or another, and I'm sure my dog contributes to this, running around the yard and then coming in the house. But after seeing how dirty this water was in my Tinco after vacuuming and mopping, I'm really trying to get more strict about not wearing your shoes in the house at all. We all have house shoes or slippers that we could easily slip on, so I'm really trying to get in the habit of always removing shoes before walking through the house. I know there are so many germs on the bottom of shoes and all of that, but really us taking off our shoes, I feel like it will help, but like I said, my dog definitely also contributes to this, and I am definitely not going to wash her paws every time she comes in from the outside. So those germs will get in here regardless. I'd just like to try my best to keep my floor as clean as possible. While I was vacuum mopping, I pulled out this little table with my plant on it and didn't realize the plant was so light because it's been a while since I've watered it, and it just toppled over all over the ground, made a huge mess. I just kept going and wanted to finish vacuum mopping before my kids got in the house. I left the plant right there for a few minutes while I finished up, and then I'm going to come back and clean it up. So before we get into the chit chat at the end of today's video, something I forgot to mention that I feel like is very important to mention is thank you. I know I say it at the end of each video, but I just wanted to really take a second to say thank you. I know when you watch my videos, you do it for motivation or encouragement or inspiration. Maybe you just watch for entertainment, or maybe you have depression or anxiety. I know some have said that to me. Maybe you're just looking to relax for the night. Whatever the case may be, thank you so much for being here and watching my videos, liking, sharing, and commenting on my videos. When I read your comments, it just means the world to me. Being a stay-at-home or work-at-home mom can really weigh on somebody, but I honestly feel like reading your comments, it just makes me feel like there's a sense of community here. And it might sound silly, but I feel like I have so many friends here. I recognize so many of your names when you comment, and it just makes me feel so much joy and happiness in my heart. I love reading your comments. It just always makes my day. So thank you so much for being here, and just know that as much my videos motivate or encourage you, your comments motivate and encourage me. I kind of feel like I'm rambling at this point, but it was an important point for me to get across. So just thank you so much. My hair is not greasy. I just got out of the shower, so it's a little bit wet, but I'm gonna try to make this quick because my older three are outside playing, Adeline is napping, and who knows how long that is going to last. I just wanted to share some information with you because I've had a couple of questions, some people saying, you look so tired, you look exhausted, is anything wrong? I'm a little bit off schedule here on YouTube. I haven't posted very often on Instagram, on my feed or my stories, and there's a good reason for it, and I just thought it would be nice to let you know what's going on without sharing too much private information, just keeping some things to myself, but also letting you know what is going on. I'm gonna try my best to keep this short and sweet, and I also have a cold right now, so if you see like dry skin around my nose, it's because I am non-stop wiping my nose right now, and I might sound a little nasally. I'm the only one sick in my family, and this will probably explain why, but basically this is like, I'll say a medical issue to start off. Like, it's nothing crazy, there's nothing to be worried about. I just wanted to share with you a little bit more about why I'm off schedule and why I look tired. And yeah, I'm not pregnant also. That's not for many years, if ever again. So let's just get that out of the way. But basically, since I was little, I've always had some weird symptoms here and there. I'm not going to share all of my symptoms with you, but they've always been a little distinct or different. I'll just share one. For example, I have always said I'm allergic to the cold, and this is called Raynaud's syndrome or Raynaud's phenomenon, where my hands and feet and like the tip of my nose, if they get cold, they change color, and then when they warm up again, they get really red and swollen and itchy. And I didn't know that there was a name for this until probably 2 years ago, and all of these symptoms I've always looked at as separate issues. One of my more distinct symptoms when I was younger, I was actually hospitalized for, and nobody could find any answers. Nobody has ever had any answers for me, but basically something's been going on for the last, I would say, year or so, and it's just continuing to get worse to the point where I'm looking into old blood tests I've gotten done. I've had previous MRIs, and I'm just looking to see if anything sticks out to me. And what's happening is I'm having a lot of joint pain, like really, really bad joint pain in my hands and my fingers, my knees, my ankles, my feet, and for the longest time I just thought this was normal until I was talking to Rob about 6 months ago, and I asked him if his joints hurt, and he said no. So I was like, okay, well, that's weird. If anybody's joints hurt, it would be his, because he is on his feet and lifting heavy things all day for work, so he would be the one that would be in pain or ache, and he doesn't. So I was like, that's interesting. And it is the worst when I first wake up in the morning, I get out of bed and it's just like hard to walk. It's painful to walk. And my fingers, like, oh my gosh, it's just such a strong, dull ache. And it takes about 5 or 10 minutes for me to get used to it and be, I would say, okay for the rest of the day. I still feel that dull ache during the day, but it's very manageable. Right away in the morning is when it's worst, and at night, instead of feeling an ache, I feel very swollen. I don't look swollen, but I just feel very swollen, and I don't know how else to explain it, but this has made me look into, like I said, all of these test results that I've had done in the past just to see if anything was tied together. So all of these interesting symptoms had me looking back at all of these test results, like I said, and I just wanted to see if there was anything connecting the dots. Like, it's not symptoms like headaches or fatigue. I do have those symptoms, but they're not my more concerning symptoms. They are symptoms that are easily explainable to me, being that I have 4 kids, 6 and under, one being only 6 months old. So sleep deprivation, of course, can cause fatigue and headaches and a number of different things, but this has been going on for years. I did notice different things when looking at my blood tests over the last years. I noticed my white blood cell count was always high, my red blood cell count was always low. I noticed a few other things that were just like, okay, that's interesting. Another one I noticed was an MRI done in 2015, so 9 years ago, of my C-spine, which is your neck and upper back. I had 2 herniated discs and arthritis between C2, C3, C3, C4, C4, C5, C5, C6, C6, and C7. So that was a lot, and there was also some pinched nerves. At that time, I had an epidural of lidocaine injected into my spine, like in between my vertebrae, to alleviate some of the pain I was having. I had injections into my occipital nerves for headaches I was having. So lots of stuff. This has been going on for a very long time. After having yet another appointment with my doctor, there is something called ankylosing spondylitis, which is an autoimmune disease, which is what I am getting to here. All of these symptoms may very well be connected, and every autoimmune disease looks a little bit different for each person. This one specifically attacks the spine, and this has not been confirmed yet, which is why I am continuing to have doctor's appointments and have blood drawn just to see if somebody can finally give me an answer for all of these symptoms I'm experiencing. At first I was tested for lupus. My ANA test came back negative, but a lot of my symptoms resemble lupus, so they were thinking maybe I have like a pre-lupus, like it's just not showing up on the ANA test. And there's also people who are actually positive for lupus, but their ANA test comes back negative. So I really don't have any answers yet. And like I said, just 2 days ago, I had 10 vials of blood drawn to test a bunch of different things. And I also have another MRI ordered of my C-spine to see if the arthritis, herniated discs, or my pinched nerves have gotten any worse over these 9 years. If they have, they of course would think that that is what is going on. For my age, I'm 30 years old. That is not common for me to be experiencing all of this pain and all of these symptoms. And I know, like I said, fatigue is explainable because I have lots of young children. Headaches, I feel like, are explainable. A lot of things are explainable, but there are more distinct symptoms that are not just, you can't just explain them away. So that is what is drawing everybody to the conclusion of possibly having an autoimmune disease. And as soon as I have answers, I will of course share those answers with you. I just wanted to share an update because I have been going to many different doctor's appointments, getting my blood drawn. I have an MRI coming up. I have a rheumatologist appointment. There's just a lot going on besides being a stay-at-home, work-at-home mom. A lot of people will probably say, take some time off, but I love what I do and I don't want to take any time off. I love sharing my life. I love creating content. It just gives me a sense of purpose, and I definitely don't want to stop doing what gives me purpose. Of course, my kids give me purpose and all of that stuff, but YouTube and sharing content and filming and editing, this is something I do for me and I absolutely love it, and I would not want to stop it just because I'm not feeling my best. I also want to mention that I feel totally fine mentally. I don't feel depressed or anxious or overwhelmed even at all. In fact, I'm in a really good state of mind. I feel happy and positive and just all of the good things regardless of how I feel physically. Physically, I feel absolutely drained and in a little bit of pain all of the time, which fortunately is not weighing on me mentally. It's just exhausting. I just feel exhausted all of the time, and I'm definitely not looking for any sympathy or anything. I just wanted to share with you what's going on in my life because I just wanted to explain maybe why I look a little bit tired or why I'm off schedule on YouTube, why I haven't posted as much on Instagram, and just answer maybe some of those questions. Some people even are like, "Are you okay?" Like, yes, I am totally fine. I am okay. I'm just looking for answers. I have a lot of appointments, and of course, I'm tending to my kids, and I want to make sure that I am always present and there for them, and I homeschool, and I'm just doing all of the things. So on top of being a busy work-at-home mom, homeschooling, and being there and present for everything, now I have lots of tests that I'm having done, and it's just a lot. I'm just very busy, and I'm going to continue to post. I'm not going anywhere, and like I said, I will give you an update when I have one. Of course, if you have any questions, drop them below in the comments, and I'm happy to answer. Thank you so much for being here and watching today's video. I hope it gave you some motivation in the beginning, and hopefully here answered any questions that you might be having, gave you a little life update. Again, thank you for being here and watching. I will see you in the next one.